Hey everybody, what's going on today? We are Monday, June 25th, 2018, and this is Indie News with Indie Advocates. Guys, I am your current host, Chuck Pino. How's it going, everybody? Normally it is Rob, but I've been taking over Mondays. If you watched last week's video, you would have heard my beautiful, sultry voice and probably would have changed the channel. I think I'm funny. I don't care what you think. All right. So, let's start off right away. We're going to jump right into it and check some stuff out. So, here we have All We Ever Wanted, Stories of a Better World, a full-color comics anthology with a positive vision of the future featuring top-level talent. Actually, I know nothing about this one, so I want to look into this a little bit. See what we got going on with this bad boy. And why don't we watch a little bit of this video and see if we can find out together. I need to show All We Ever Wanted, Stories of a Better World. Okay, about the book. All We Ever Wanted, Stories of a Better World is a gorgeous full-color anthology about a brighter future featuring some of comics' hottest talent of today and tomorrow. Curated and edited by Matt Miner, Gwar, Orgasmageddon, love Gwar, and Eric Pilecki, No Angel and Orphans, and published by a Wave Blue World. The book's packed with 25 plus stories meant to inspire us and restore the belief that a better world is possible. You won't find any dystopian nightmares here. Think more Star Trek, less Mad Max, more Caprica, less Battlestar Galactica, more San Junipero Black Mirror, and less every other Black Mirror. You get it. All right, cool. Okay, we don't have to watch the video then. I like that though. That's really cool. Okay, cool. Honestly, I tend to try to create stories to me that are a little more realistic and whatnot, and I would like for that to be realistic. So that's beautiful, man. Definitely check that stuff out. Kickstarter for the Independent Creators, second edition, a practical and informative guide to crowdfunding by Madeline Holly Rosing, who she's done some great work. I've seen her success on Kickstarter, and I've even supported some of her Kickstarters because her work is good. Her books are really great, and hoping to put up a review soon on the newest Boston Metaphysical Society. So yeah, no, very cool. Nice to check out. What are the top 10 cons? We're going to make a list of the big 10 cons. So this is a poll that we have going on, kind of discussing those. Hopefully one of those is, you can see right here some terrific ones. C2E2, New York City Comic Con, which is huge. Okay, here's a couple actually close to my heart. Congrats to the team behind Into the Darkness for successfully blasting off Kickstarter. Guys, they made it at 160% funded. I love these dudes. I've been watching this this come together for over a year now. Sean Barber, who is the inker and creative director for this book, is my inker and also my partner on Belial. And he's an awesome dude. What they have going on here is really cool. So if you guys missed out on this Kickstarter, keep your eye out for Into the Darkness, because cool shit is coming where that's concerned. And then, holy crap, this handsome dude here, Chuck Pino, talks about Welcome to the Void on Nerd Nation Radio. That's right. That is me. Look at that beautiful bastard. And I went on and had a great time with Gene, Kurt, and Jack. And we just joked around, had fun, got to talk about the book, got to talk about all sorts of weird stuff. So if you guys are into some fun, nerdly stuff, which, I mean, if you're here, obviously you are, you guys should check out Nerd Nation anyways. And if you're gonna, check out that episode. All right. Shiny Shoe Hands, Ready, Set, Go. I know that I looked at this last week, and I believe this is a autistic superhero, if I'm correct. Yeah, I love my pop-ups. What the heck was that? Hello? Okay. We've got some issues going down. Good. Yeah, no, it's always nice to have crap go stupid. So, alright. Shawnee Shoe Hands, you want to try it again, guys? Let's see what we can do. Come on, Shawnee Shoe Hands. Yay! No screw up! Yeah, my computer sucks. So, is yours better? You think you're so good? Okay, Shawnee Shoe Hands. Ready, set, go. He's on the spectrum of heroes. Proud to reveal what I was working on late last night with writer Sean Grasso. Shawnee Shoe Hands is a dark look into family life with a profoundly autistic toddler whose potential may be greater than anyone could imagine. All proceeds go to charities that help children with developmental disabilities, so please purchase your Kindle edition today. I love this kind of stuff. I really do. I mean, I feel like we all have to give back. Early on in your comic creating career, it's all money out, money out, money out. But when you're able to actually start taking care of yourself and being able to really make a good go at it, stuff like this is absolutely beautiful to give back. So good for these guys. I love that very much. Definitely something worth checking out. Moving forward, we have Art of the Day featuring, I believe this is actually Lou Andy, and this is his Catwoman. Beautiful piece. Selena Kyle. I like it very much. I've seen a lot of his art up here, and it's got this kind of cartoony, very colorful look to it. Very nice. Moby Dick, Back from the Deep, #1. A comic book about Moby Dick returned from the depths to wreak havoc on an unsuspecting coastal town. That sounds pretty cool, actually. I can honestly say, and you can call me out, whatever, I haven't read Moby Dick. It's one of those things where you feel like you've already read it, so why? But I know I should. And so, if you did enjoy Moby Dick, this is definitely worth checking out. Here we are. Mickey Clausen. This is Sectors. Mickey Clausen will be inking, coloring, and lettering this series. Why don't we just take a real quick look at this? Okay. I want to say I saw the Sectors back in the day. Weren't they like a... Yeah, I want to say they were like a cartoon or whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe this is something else. But still, very cool. Cool. All right, we got stuff going on. Not quite, never mind the furthermore. With special announcements. I did see this with Brian K. Morris. I believe he actually went and picked up some books that he had printed off at his series. So definitely something worth checking out if you're a Brian K. Morris fan, or if you're looking to become a Brian K. Morris fan. Check out what he's got coming up. What is this? Free weekly webcomics horror series? Gods of Azure? That looks cool as crap. Let's look, guys. I think this is fun. I feel like Rob knows this stuff usually, but I don't. So I'm discovering this stuff with you guys, so we get to do this together. Yay! Am I crazy to launch a free weekly webcomics horror series and a massive comic convention giveaway to my fan list at the same time? You might be. But if this image alone sells you, because this is all the only information I have, but if this image sells you, check out strangehorror.com, and I assume you'll find more of the same. Throwback art of the day from a creation of the great Marcel Dupree. That's a sneak peek from the Delilah Blast #1 Kickstarter. Art was done by Joel Cotillard, I believe, and Marco Pinata did colors. And honestly, the work that they do on this series is really good. I haven't read this one, but I mean, you've seen the art all over the place. And Marcel's work with SFC and Evolution is fantastic. They're pumping out tons of stuff all the time. So definitely worth keeping an eye out. Day 25. Oh, day 25 of June already. Holy cow. Guys, this year's flying by. Day 25 of June Madness. Only 5 days left of daily Patreon posts. And this was done by Jay Campbell. So something, again, also worth checking out. I've heard about this one. American Revere. #1 Kickstarter campaign. Carlos Rafael shared this event. So let's see. I mean, when's that Kickstarter coming? Yeah, I don't want a Toyota Prius, believe it or not. I mean, I'm not against it, but I don't have the money for it right now. Why? Because I make indie comics. It's been a long road, lots of ups and downs along the way, but with just over a week to go, we begin a bright new chapter in the Champion Comics saga, American Revere #1. Join us for the Champion Age of Comics. No other details, guys, but I have to assume you're going to be seeing this a lot in the Kickstarter talks and stuff. So, American Revere, if this image excites you, which I can understand if it would, then definitely take a look at that. Torvald the Viking versus Tyrannus is coming to Kickstarter. Carlos Rafael put this one up too. Angry Bear Press, Three Brothers Comics, and Champion Comics presents. So, that looks pretty badass. Again, we can... No! Oh, am I seriously losing my internet? Life is fun, guys. You see, like... This is why I do raw reviews. Because I suck with technology. And so this is kind of how things go on. So anyways, let's keep going on and see what happens. Comic-Con Highway Southern Exit. Texas. Yeah, that's my home state right now. Countdown City Comic-Con featuring Meet Davy Jones. June 30th to July 1st. I actually hadn't heard of this one, so that's pretty awesome. Very excited to hear about that one and hear how it went down and everything. Geek Girl #1 preview. This is very exciting. After Little Miss Popular, Ruby K landed a pair of power-inducing super tech glasses from her college resident Brainiac. Ruby alienated the majority of her... Anyways, not just reading it, but knowing it. Geek Girl, she has these powerful glasses that make her super strong, but also super klutzy. And so she ended up, she went through her adventures and she actually got into a fight that she couldn't fully handle. And when it all ended up, it was her and I believe the enemy, the villain at the time, were both down for the count. And so now we have a new Geek Girl who has picked up those glasses and is out there kicking butt and taking names. So definitely something worth checking out. Geek Girl, the new Geek Girl #1. Foxy and Wolfie sneak peek at Parisa Polygon. Kitsune Windsor posted in Indie Advocates. Can we do this? Do we have the internet again? Oh, we do. Oh, life is so good. Yay. Hi all, something to share. Parisa Polygon is an HFA summoning magi that competitively games and models in Japan. She owns an arcade and lives with her lion girlfriend caregiver. I'd love to see what people think of her from my series Foxy and Wolfie. So definitely something worth checking out. Well, there you go. Actually, I mean, Kitsune, I'm not, and I mean my opinion doesn't matter. I'm just not normally a manga guy. It just doesn't speak to the sort of stuff that I enjoy. But you cannot doubt that work is beautiful. And I mean, I think that's something important about us being advocates. Something that we have to discuss. All these comics, they're not for you. You're not going to love everything. I'm not going to love everything. And really, that's okay. But that doesn't mean it sucks. It doesn't mean it's terrible. And that doesn't suck. It's not terrible. It's really good. And I know if you love manga, you're probably going to enjoy that. It's just not my thing. But again, it doesn't matter. My thing doesn't matter. Because there's millions of us out there who love comics. And this will speak to so many of them. So please, guys, look into new stuff. Check new stuff. Enjoy this out. Spencer Spooky has come back to life, print life. So this is we were talking about Brian K. Morris earlier, and this is his series, and so this is talking about the his printed copies that he just picked up. So good for him. Way to go, Brian. Always nice to see you guys moving on and picking up more and more work, getting more and more of their stuff out there for everyone to see. Now in the Indie Comic Previews, Realms of Spirits, Birth of a Living Storm, Volume 1. Let's look at this. This art is gorgeous. So we were talking about earlier, like some things are for you, some things are not. I look at that art, and that speaks to the fantasy stuff that I used to enjoy, and I have enjoyed through the years. So that's beautiful. Waking Eyes Comics. 8 days before Moses was born, there lived a prophecy of 8 jewels of power given to 8 Hebrew children of angelic birth. The Pharaoh knows of the prophecy and plans to take the jewels for himself. Little does he know there are demonic forces at work. Get an autographed copy and free poster with your premiere edition purchase. That is cool, guys. That's a really neat idea, and I love whenever anyone ties stuff into mythology and history and whatnot. Which, of course, depending on your take, it can serve as either or. So let's not fight. Throwback Thursday. See where Netflix Luke Cage got its killer vibe from. True story. Pre-order The Samaritan. So that looks pretty cool. The Samaritan. Okay, this is by Victor Dandridge Jr. Definitely a dude that I've heard of, and definitely a prolific dude who's done a lot of great work and stuff. So The Samaritan, definitely something worth checking out, and I assume since it's a throwback, it's already out there and everyone's been able to enjoy it and stuff. So I'd be interested to hear what people thought of it, and heck, I'd check it out myself. Oh, I'm disgusting. I just yawned brutally. There we go. Epic Misadventures of Deathbag, Holier Than Thou edition collection, collecting 4 issues of the comic along with some special goodies. So if Deathbag looks like your thing, that is definitely it's got a very cartoony feel to it. Here we go back to Into the Darkness. This is talking about the Kickstarter. And I put this up myself. Like I said, very excited for these guys. They have made it, and now we're going to be able to see what they've come up with. I can tell you, having they got a preview, but I've also been able to go through the whole script. It's good stuff. And I'm sorry I can't talk more about all the rest of the stuff, but I'm hoping the more I learn, the more I can talk about it. So feel free to hit me up. If one of these projects is yours and you guys want to talk about it, hit me up. Chuck Pino. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Indie Advocates. You can find me on YouTube on my Chuck's Raw Reviews. Hit me up and tell me about your stuff. I'm always willing to listen and learn. So I think that's very important. Throwback Thursday. Jones presents The Power Knights Unbounded 3 Kickstarter. Produce it and spread the word. I mean, I like the look of that guy. Definitely cool stuff. Looks pretty awesome. Available in indie previews, and They Call Us Monsters PDF and print versions. Sweet. I know the editor of this series. Handsome dude. The writer, pretty good looking guy himself, actually. That's right. Our own Rob Anderson wrote this book, and this was actually my first editing job. And so proud of this book. It's weird. It's just a fun, weird book. It's like Scooby-Doo meets the Universal Monsters, and it's really good stuff, man. And I can tell you that I have the final version of the sequel to it, A Monster of a Betrayal, and it's really good too, guys. It really is. I'm not screwing with you. Yes, I am paid, but I'm not paid to tell you that it's good. I'm only paid to try to make it good. And we worked very hard, so I think you guys are definitely going to like it. And I think what I loved this one because it was a story all by itself. But the next one I'm excited for because when I finished it, I went, where's the next issue? And I love that feeling. I really do. Just to be excited for what comes next, it means that you enjoyed, you loved what you just witnessed, and you want to see more of it. And I think that's really important. Let's keep moving on. Further, Volume 1, a graphic novel by Holly Adkins, a dramedy following 2 teenagers uncovering the disturbing secrets of their town, even though it's the last thing they want to do. That sounds really cool. I like that art style too. Has kind of like a Steven Universe feel to it. Excuse me. Yeah, no, I have not been sleeping great. Why don't you tell me about you? How have you been sleeping? Yeah, no, just for you guys watching right now, this is not live. I'm just talking to myself. Normally, when Rob does this, he can talk to other people and he's got everything going on. I am low tech. This is just me chatting with myself. So I'm a sad gentleman. Let's move on though. Tommy, Volume 2. Guess what's in my pocket? Volume 1 saw the rise of Jack in Tommy's world, and after its whirlwind ending, we were left hanging with what came next. Here comes Susie. I love that. See, I love the cliffhangers. I love anything that makes me want to delve more into that world. Now, everything shouldn't be a cliffhanger, but if you can do it right, good for you. So I like this already. It just it sells itself. It sells the next. It sells the world. So I think that's awesome. Throwback Thursday. Where is Stu? Josh Gillum, the main character, Stu, has gone missing from the webcomic Cynical Stu. His wife and daughter have been looking for him. Okay, cool. All right, so I like this. This is like the newspaper strips and whatnot, and I love the idea of it being an ongoing and of it constantly moving on. So that again, that's fun. This plays straight into my sentimentalities and of what I like to write and read. So that's cool stuff. Very nice. Little Heroes Comics Character Anthology number 2. We are back with our second character anthology. This time around, the theme is family. Help us get printed and get 13 stories in return. Cool. Loving anthologies. I think that's another thing that I'm really enjoying about getting into indie comics and whatnot is that everyone's so supportive. Everyone's trying to work so hard to get their own names shown, but then also to show off other people. And for me, it's always about, I've made a lot of friends in this community. I mean, obviously, I'm not this idiot who's, I know everybody. Not even close. I know an incredibly small fraction. But I have a lot of friends who do really good work. And if you do really good work, I'm excited to show it off. And so the great thing about an anthology is that it's people who all have some great work to show off, putting it together, usually with a theme. So these anthologies are a great way to see the talent that's out there and what's going on. You just never know what you're going to find. So definitely worth checking out. All right, this one, we did check it out last week, but you know what? It can never hurt to look into this, especially with a title like that, Kindness Needed. We've got that. Let's give this young lady some kindness. And of course, she's repping the Star Wars, so I mean, she deserves all the love in the world. Let's watch this video and see what's what. Okay, do I have like no volume going on? Oh, here we are.
I've been sharing a GoFundMe on Facebook because I'm really in a need right now, and I wanted to kind of explain that because I don't want people to think that I'm just some sort of begging type of person or anything of that nature. I'm really not. For those of you that don't know, I guess I'll start here. I'm a veteran, and I just finished my bachelorate degree like 2 years ago in psychology. I was working on base as a civilian after I got out of the military, and I was making good money with my working on base as a GS-9 and going to school, which I had to let go of while I was working because I was working full-time, going to school full-time, and a single parent at the time, so it was very stressful. So I went ahead and let go of college for a little bit and just focused on the job. But when I was doing all three, I was making almost $100,000 a year, and it was no big deal. I'm not a horn tutor either. Like, I don't toot my own horn by any means or accord, So but it was not a big deal for me to help other people out. Well, I have found myself in a position of need, and that's again why I want to make the video, because I don't want people to think that I'm some sort of beggar or anything like that. I'm not like that. Again, I got my 4-year degree 2 years ago in psychology, and I'm waiting to hear back from a graduate school on whether or not they're going to accept me for their master's in social work program, because I'm going for that degree next. The VA is paying for that. So sorry. I don't like asking for help by any means. That's not who I am. I'm not cut from that cloth. I've been on my own since 14, so I've always been independent. But point being, back to what I was talking about, I'm waiting to hear back whether or not I'm accepted into this college so that I can get my master's degree, and hopefully that will open more doors for me, because for the 2 years since I got my bachelor's degree, I've legitimately been applying for so many jobs. Well, that's because you know me, bro. But I've been applying for so many jobs. Like, I can legitimately screenshot. I've emptied out some of the jobs I applied for on things like Indeed and stuff like that. But I've applied for at least several hundred jobs in the past year alone. And had a few interviews, and on those interviews, either no call back, or like there's been a couple jobs that even gave me hiring dates and then turned around and told me no. Well, okay. 5 years ago, I moved here 4 years ago to Florida from Washington State, where I retired out at. I finished my associates up there, and then I had it was time for me to go. Like, the military, had one final move that they owed me, so like I used that to come to Florida, you know. So in coming to Florida and everything before that, up in Washington, I had gone out with a friend of mine, and she's my friend on Facebook too, so Ashley, and she was jumped by two ladies. I call them ladies because I'm not going to call people out their name. And I pulled the second girl off. Well, in Washington State, there is no self-defense law, apparently. This girl was able to press charges on me. And I paid over $1,000 for a lawyer, and I still lost, because they used my military training against me and tried to make it seem like I was some kind of like angry, violent person. So I got convicted on that charge. I'm trying to get that charge now vacated, because come to find out, a couple of the jobs in the past year, at least, that I've been turned down on have been because of that charge, which you would think should not hinder me because it's a lower level, misdemeanor. Hey Jesse, I'm just trying to explain, because I put a GoFundMe out, and I want people to know what it's about and who I am, because I realize a lot of my friends don't know me like that.
Well,
they don't know my
this
character.
Does go on for a little bit, but I mean that explains it, and so we'll know for next time. So, as you know, if you're just showing up now, this poor woman, she defended a friend, and she can't get work because of it. And I mean, I think we all can understand the pain of that, and what it's like to not be able to take care of yourself. And so, just brutal. We really hope for the best. No, thank you. So yeah, all the best to her, really. And guys, if there is something that you can do, even, like us, just shining a light on her and showing it, please do whatever you can. Like, let's make this woman go viral. We're going to move on. I don't have a good segue for that at all. I'm sorry. Timmy Lala's Ice Cream, Bradley Golden, and Antarctic Press brings you a one-shot horror comic about delicious sweet murder. I've never... delicious sweet murder. I have to say, kind of interested. Definitely, let's look into that a little bit. What exactly is delicious sweet murder? Is there more to this? Okay, so, I mean, it's the ice cream, man. Wow. That just reminds me of all sorts of creepy crap. I love it. Very cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, just definitely something worth checking out. First off, Antarctic Press. Definitely a name that I'm aware of, and that I think a lot of us are aware of. And the art's beautiful. Looks creepy as hell. Check it out, guys. Throwback Thursday to What the Shit? Best cosplay ever. Who was she? This is Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Let's try to look at it a little bit closer, because what I'm seeing there, it's oh dude, that's good. I don't know if this woman's always has, if her head's always shaved or what, but I love it when people are willing to go that level. When you have people like do Tank Girl, and they shave their head, and it's like, you could have wore a ball cap, but you went out there for your art. I never have a problem with that, so good for her. Hot Lunch, the all-ages manga-style graphic novel, a beautifully illustrated dramatic heist story for all ages. Hot Lunch is the latest adventure by manga creators Miyamada. So we did go into this last week. We did talk about this. Definitely something worth checking out. As I say an awful lot. Really, guys, it's all worth checking out. I mean, even on one link, one look, you see it, and it's just like, hey, do I like that? It's worth clicking. So we did click on this last week. I'll do it. Hell, I'll do it again. I'm talking myself into it, guys. I really am. So we're going to look into this a little bit more, see what else we have. That looks nice. You guys want to watch a little bit of this with me? I haven't seen any of it, so let's watch a little bit. How long is this? This is their Kickstarter video. 2 minutes. Yeah,
We're Nigel and Mal,
give these guys
and this
some
is our
time.
Kickstarter campaign for the all-ages manga-style graphic novel Hot Lunch.
We ran a successful Kickstarter for The Samurai Chef, and we're back for our latest release. We started Miyamada to inspire creativity and to open up manga to an entirely new generation.
Comics are the gateway to a lifetime of reading. We're making stories that are accessible for young readers and readers young at heart.
We want to use manga to keep young people reading, so by taking part in this campaign, you can make that happen. Hot Lunch is a fun heist story with big goals and bold moves in the face of impossible odds.
It follows Taishi, a former chef turned master thief, set on a path to bring down a shadowy organization called the Circle of Flavor. Think the noble intent of Robin Hood meets a daring Ocean's 11 adventure.
But instead of George Clooney, a tiger in a suit. A really nice suit.
The story has been written, and if we hit our funding goal, we'll be able to produce the full graphic novel. That means artwork and printing.
As usual, we'll be working with the fantastic artist Penali, who's worked with us on our first 2 volumes, Samurai Chef and Sirius.
We've got some really cool rewards up for grabs, including the finished book, exclusive artwork, and the chance to donate a book to a young person or youth organization of your choice.
Why not send the book to those who will enjoy it the most? You can have a real impact and help young people as they continue on their reading journey.
We would love to have your support in this campaign. Check out the page below for more information and a free preview of what we've got so far.
And don't forget to back this project by clicking the green button and selecting your reward.
And if you don't have the money, you can still support by sharing the project with everyone you know. Friends, family, even strangers. Thanks for your support.
All right, cool. I really like that. I think again.